Hi y'all, this is Larry from Deep South Texas, and today we're going to take a tour of the chicken coop, and we also might see some chickens along the way. So it's 9 o'clock in the morning, and I have two roosters, and they don't get along, and one of them will stay in the coop till I let him out. Because if he comes down, the other rooster will chase him around and they'll eventually knock over the water bucket. So every morning I have to come out and let that rooster out. And he's waiting for me. So now I'll grab him a handful of cracked corn and sunflower seeds, and then I'll put that out, give him something to eat. He'll finish that up, and then he'll go back, sit outside the chicken coop and pine away at the hens. Well, let's see who's laying eggs this morning. Oh, there's two of them in that nest. And one over here. Oh, we got two empty nests. So it's about 2 o'clock in the afternoon, and it's time to let the chickens out to free range a little bit. I have this bowl of cracked corn and sunflower seeds. And I just sort of throw it out here, kind of underneath these bushes. So in case the chickens need to make a fast getaway, they've got some place to run to. So let's let them out. They look like happy chickens. So some of the chickens have already given up on the cracked corn, and they're out here free ranging, digging around in the leaves. There's the head rooster, keeping a watch out for everybody. So we have a few eggs so far. Nice green one. And there's 3 eggs here. And then you always have to check inside the coop, because sometimes they decide to lay an egg in the corner someplace. But I don't see any in there today. We've been getting about 6 eggs a day, so probably somebody will come back in and lay another egg. There are 2 roosts in here. A high one. I can get the high one. The low one right there. The high one up there. They're just 2x4s. And got a light up there in the corner. The first year I had the coop, I tried to give them 14 hours of light a day, but only for about a year. I get plenty of eggs without doing that. This is the back door. Here, where I let that rooster out every morning, I can latch that door open when I go to clean the coop. I take this board out. It's just latched in there right now, and put a wheelbarrow down here and rake it all out into the wheelbarrow. Get about 3 wheelbarrows full of the best compost you can ever get. The coop itself is about 6 feet by 6 feet. It's good for I don't know, 12 to 14 chickens. The run, which extends underneath the coop, is about 14 feet by 6 feet. So it's good for that many chickens as well. Though I've had up to 20 chickens in here in the past. Since they spend half of their day out free ranging, it hasn't been a problem. Put an automatic pop door on the chicken coop run by a solar panel and battery. So there's the solar panel there. It's just a 18-watt panel. And it charges this battery here. And then I built a little light sensor out of the same ST1000 temperature controller that I use in my cheese cave. Basically, I discovered I could hook up a light sensing resistor to where the thermostat goes in and set it up to close the door at sunset and open the door at sunrise. It works really good. And there is the little sensor that I built pointed at the western sky. And that runs a linear actuator that opens and closes the door. And believe me, when that door is closed, you're not going to get that door open. Works really well. Official sunrise is 7:05, and it's 7:05 now. The pop door hasn't opened yet. It's a little misty and cloudy out this morning, so I'll see how long this takes, but I think it ought to be just about ready to open. So it's about 8 minutes after the official sunrise, and the door has started to open. So it's about 6:20, and sunset is officially at 6:23. So the chickens should be making their way into the coop here in the next few minutes. I let my chickens free range from about 2 o'clock in the afternoon till when it gets when it's dark, or when they decide to go back into the coop, and that's about right now. So we'll watch them for a few minutes. I may cut away if it gets too boring and bring you back, but this is the time of night when they want to go to bed. There went the number one rooster. There's the number two rooster there getting a bite to eat. He will probably be the last one to go in. The two roosters don't get along very well. And that should be rooster number two going in. I think all the chickens are in the coop now. So it's 6:26 and all the chickens have gone into the coop. And my light sensor still has quite a ways to go before it says that it's time to close the coop door. We'll come back a little bit later and watch that. It's now 6:39 and the light sensor continues to count down. When it gets to -29, the chicken door should begin to close. So I wasn't expecting this light to come on when I hit record, but it did. But it will only be a little bit longer and it will begin to shut down. And there it goes. It's the linear actuator closing the door. Waking the chickens up a little bit, I think. And that's it for the night. The chickens are safe. There's quite a bit of ventilation on the coop. This whole side is open with hardware cloth, and about 2 inches around the whole outside is also hardware cloth vented. There is a vent in the back, and there's another vent on top. And there's a couple windows that I leave partially open all the time, so they get plenty of airflow, no problem at all. And a 3-gallon chicken waterer that works real well unless the roosters get to fighting and knock it over. And then a place for the feed, and what I'm using is 16% protein layer feed, and it seems to work real well. And then there's some oyster shell over there if they want it. We've raised quite a few chickens in here. The chicken coop is about 4 years old now. Produced a lot of eggs, probably enough eggs to pay for its construction, so that's been pretty nice. I get all the eggs I need, and then we sell a few dozen eggs every week. For here we sell them for about $3.50 a dozen. Got this pretty green roof on it, and it's working out real well. Well, I hope you enjoyed that tour of the chicken coop. If you did, please hit that thumbs up. And if you'd like to see more videos with my chickens in it, please hit that subscribe button. We'll see you again next time.